Hello, for today's video, I'm going to share to you how do I repot my hybrid aloes. So, we are going to repot 4 pots because the tall pots where they are potted, I think it's not appropriate because the roots of the aloes are much more fast grower compared to other succulents. So, aloes is considered succulents because they can store water in their leaves and they can tolerate drought. So I will be sharing with you how do I repot them. So if you would notice in the video that the potting mix of the aloes is quite wet because I just remove it from the veranda area, and after the storm it keep on raining every day still, but most of these aloes have offset or babies already. So I wanted also to check their roots. So look how healthy the roots. So compared to other succulents, aloes have thick roots and much faster to grow compared to the other succulents. So this is a hardy plant that I can consider because it can survive drought and even rainy days. So I will be using the potting mix because I don't see any pests on it. So it's quite wet and it's quite messy, so bear with me. So the soy mix that I use here is the same soy mix that I had been using to my other succulents and cacti. So it's composed of 50% loam soil and 50% pumice stone, which is mango in size. So right now I am trying to put back the soy mix on the pot that we are going to use, or where we are going to repot our aloe. So this is how it look like. It's wet. So most of the carbonates rice have was already washed out because it has been potted here for almost a year. So it's easy also to pot. Just make sure that you have to cover the roots of the aloes when you pot it or repot it. So after repotting these aloes, I will not be placing it directly to the veranda area. I will let it rest here in my garage area for a week in order for them to heal the roots because we have disturbed their roots. So we have to make sure that there will be no root rot, because if I place it in the veranda area and it rains, the root will get wet, so they might, or there's a big possibility that they will encounter root rot. So the leaves of the aloes is also quite brittle, so it's easy to break off, but it's fine. So that's why when we repot our aloes, we should be careful not to damage the roots and even the leaves. So these aloes have offset, so I have not removed the offset or the babies because they are too small. I think they don't have their own roots yet, so I want them to make more bigger in size before I remove them from the mother plant. So these hybrid aloes have a very colorful color, especially when they are stressed. It depends on the variety that you have. It can be red, orange, some are purple, but I don't have the variety of the purple. So what I have is the orange, green, and red. So if you haven't watched my video about flexing my aloes, you can check my videos in this channel, so you can see how pretty they are when they are stressed. So look at this aloe that we are going to repot next. You would see there are two little babies are offset, so I don't want to remove it from the mother plant because I am afraid that they will not be able to survive if we pot them on another pot. So look at this root. The aloes on top might look very healthy, but the root part has so many pests. The white thing on the roots is a pest. I think it's mealybugs. So we have to cut the root part that has that kind of pest because it can damage the aloes. soon it will rise up on top of the aloes and the plant will damage and eventually die if you would not treat it. So I would rather cut the roots, and I would not be using again the oil soil mix of this aloe because it has pests, and I will just throw it. I will not also reuse it because I keep on reusing my soil if I can, as long as there are no pests on it. So for this pot, I will not be reusing it. I will just throw it here in the garden, or I'll just place it first in a basin and then throw it in a one side of my garden, because we can still use it for the grass or the Bermuda grass or the fragrass if you have in the garden. So let's not waste our resources and make use of it for other plants. So I will be using this reuse pot. It's the same size as the brown, but the brown is new and the white is old, or it's a used pot already. Right now, I'm filling up the pot with my soil mix. So the basin of my soil mix is just under my working table or my white table. So I'm using dry soil mix because we have got the roots, and I am afraid and I don't want this aloe to have a root rot. So I will be using dry soil mix to repot this. So just like the first pot or all of them, I will be placing them first here for 1 week in my garage area, as I have mentioned earlier. So I will be I will be doing the same thing for the rest of the pots of aloe. So I hope you enjoy my video, and I hope you learned something new on my video today. So thank you for watching, and please do not forget to subscribe and click the notification bell so you will always be updated whenever I have a new video. So thank you for your support. Bye. See you.